Welcome to the bold analysis. We must appreciate that the regime's market for endless lies is shrinking. And the next days will be very interesting in this country as different stakeholders narrow their thoughts to speaking the truth. Sometimes the regime, the era of hoodwinking the public with political propaganda, that era is over. Well, as a country, the lenses were paying attention to the events of heckling, of disapproval in Embu. Something similar was happening in Bungoma. And in Bungoma, the president's team are facing disapproval when they attended an event, and it brought together all the political leaders from the region. But before I just take you to that, I want to say this, that the problem you're facing in this country is twofold. One is service delivery, then the other one is politics. In Bungoma, I was curious. Chris Omale, you remember the former Kimilili member of parliament who was a very strong member of UDA and was actually in Ford, Kenya. He vied, I think he wanted to vie as a governor. I don't know what happened, or whether he got to the ballot and lost. The former Kimilili MP is complaining that the 30% share that they were promised when they were hanging around Moses Masika Wetangula, he's yet to get a share of it. And so the sense of people who campaigned for UDA and have been dumped, that is also another issue at stake. And the same way Chris Malo is crying, even in Nairobi here, Millicent Omanga had been asking questions. I want us to go to look at the events of Bungoma when Didmus Baraza was heckled and why the leaders are coming out boldly to speak about these things. But before that, I want to request you to subscribe to our channel. We are running a mission to hit 100,000 subscribers. I saw one of our viewers saying that by 5th December, we shall have hit 100,000. I want to say amen. I believe it's possible. But to achieve that is to make sure you subscribe. We are at 92,600. So what we're remaining with is 7,400 so that to reach 100,000. Click the subscription bell down there, and to keep up this video, utakuwa unapata notification. And again, subscription is free. People do ask that question. It's free. It doesn't cost. In fact, even not your email can be accessed by us. Secondly, I have a request. Nataka tusaidie Mama Kandi. Mama Kandi is one of our subscribers here. And we want you to refer to us a doctor. Kuna mama ambaye anasema mtoto wake amekuwa na convulsions for long. The convulsions since akiwa mdogo. Kandi is now 24 years old. But anakonga na convulsions zile akianguka, hata the last time ilianguka, meno zote ziling'oka. And so they have really been moving from one hospital to the other. And kindly, I'm requesting for a medical referral. Don't tell me, peleka sijui kwa mchungaji UP. That one is there. But we are really asking for a medical. Kama unajua daktari or a hospital that can help, or you can want to know more details about it, kindly get to my WhatsApp line so that I can refer you. My WhatsApp number is down there, 0710 62 78 89. Just drop me a WhatsApp message. I'll be able to link you with Mama Kandi so that you can give that referral. We just need the referral of the doctor. Now, Jack Wamboka the MP who was actually leading the impeachment motion against Mithika Linturi started the onslaught, lecturing the Kenya Kwanza leaders led by Wetangula and the health CS about the overall collapse of the Kenya Kwanza system in this video here.
Tukiwa hapa kama viongozi, nataka tuulizane maswali magumu. Kuna wakati moja Wamalwa kama ameingia serikali akiwa makamu wa rais, tukaenda Mount Kenya, aliuliza swali kwa serikali akasema, if we were to return to the ballot, would we ignite the same passion that we did during election? Nataka kuuliza ndugu zangu wale wako serikali, wale wa Kenya Kwanza, kama leo mtakuwa na nafasi ya kurudi kwa wananchi muulizane maswali, mutalete hiyo passion mlikuwa nayo ama la? Wananchi watamsikia walipomsikiza ama la? Mutakuwa na umati mliokuwa nao ama la? Na tuulizane, na ni kwa nini? Mimi ni mtetezi wa wanyonge, sauti ya mwananchi. Kazi yangu ni kusema ukweli. Nimeona hapa dada yangu waziri wa afya, hiyo kitu inaitwa SHIF, it does not work. Haifanyi kazi. Haifanyi kazi. Uko kinono wimbira hokondulo. Hiyo kitu haifanyi kazi. Watu wanakufa kwa hospitali zetu usiku na mchana. Sisi kama viongozi tusiposema mambo hiyo tutakuwa tumewafeli nyinyi wananchi. Na tumesema, uko bunge tumesema, tumeleta miswada ya kusema SHI na SHA haifanyi kazi. Itakuwaje mtandao platform ya kubeba SHI na SHA cost 1.4 billion ikipewa dani? Itakuwa namna gani? We must speak, na lazima tuambiane hii maneno ya ukweli. Mama ambaye ni dada yetu, mheshimiwa waziri wa afya, wewe rudi kwa drawing board, ukae na watu wako, mpangane kwa ministry. Wananchi wetu wanaumia, na mwananchi akisukuma sana akifika kwa ukuta atarudi, na akirudi haitakuwa mzuri. Tukiwa hapa leo katika ngazi ya elimu, kila kitu haifanyi kazi. Mumeona kitu inaitwa university education. Hao waheshimiwa watamwambia wanafunzi sahi hawaendi shule kwa sababu ya university fees. It's unbearable. University model haifanyi. Ma university zetu zinafungwa.
And I told you this event ilileta watu wote. Governor Lusaka, Eugene Wamalwa, Moses Masika Wetangula, and all the other leaders from that area, even though it was in Bungoma. Now that area is Bungoma, so Bungoma should be predominantly Ford Kenya. But you can see the reaction of the public when these things are being mentioned. And one thing I think I like about Soundbite is he's talking about the issues. He's talking about the things that matter, not really what the other people want the country to believe in. Then after him, there was Salasia. And let me tell you guys, Salasia is on a mission. Was it on, today is Monday. On Saturday, Salasia aliamka na Raila. Immediately Raila gave that press briefing where he was wading into this debate, this tussle between MPs and senators on the division of revenue bill. Salasia aliokota Raila on Saturday. I think it was on Friday. Aliokota Raila kijuju, kumalo kufinish, and about why Raila should not call that press briefing and attack MPs, while his MPs, he donated his MPs to the government. I partly agree with him. Now, this was Baraza, who is a vocal Eugene Wamalwa supporter, took the mic and said what he felt was the right thing to say, and an effort by Didmus Baraza, who is William Ruto's point person there, was really met with hostility. You can look at that.
Ndio juzi mimi niliuliza, na mimi nataka niulize wabunge wa Oduor na wabunge hawa ambao bado wanaamini katika huyo baba huyo mwenye unasema baba. Nataka niwaambie Yeye walileta pamoja Raila, walikuwa na Kibaki, wakatuletea mambo ya CDF. And the main function of CDF was to empower members of parliament so that they can be independent na wafanyie oversight the executive without fear or of no contradiction ama whatever in the English that is saying. Ndio umeona sisi kwa wale wabunge ambao hawajaenda kanyaga kule State House, because we believe through the CDF our people can get development. Ni mimi Peter Salasia peke yangu. Na kama wale wabunge ambao walikataa kupigia ile finance bill, ile maneno ya Kashagwa, ni mimi hapa. Lakini nashangaa juzi Raila anatuambia anataka CDF itoke. Na yeye alafu kwa sababu ati sisi atuwabunge tukue wa kufanya kazi ya oversight. Mimi nataka niulize watu wa ODM, mkiwa mnasema ukweli, kama kweli baba anasema na believe in mambo ya oversight, mbona aliuzia Ruto wale wa ODM wake members wake kwenda kule? Lazima tuambiane ukweli. So you cannot talk about the issues to do with the oversight when you are still giving your members, unawapatia una hand over kwa rais sasa wamsaidie kupush agenda ya mambo ya shasha hapa ndio anasema hapa. Sinasema ukweli? Na yeye bado anasema hivyo, yeye ana support mambo ya damu. Ndio tumesema mara hii sisi hatutaenda hiyo safari ya kuweka kwa mnanda na mtu mwingine. Sisi kama chama chetu, nataka niulize bwana Didimas hapa, ndugu yangu na wewe rafiki yangu sana, uheshimu huyu mheshimiwa Eugene Wamalwa na uheshimu baba yake. Yeye ako na viongozi kama sisi na ako na hata na governor. Sasa kwa hiyo nataka ukimuuliza hapo kwa kiligi akina mheshimiwa Wetangula hapa kwenda vile vile. Na hiyo ndio mambo tunataka tuseme ili ya kwamba nchi yetu iende mbele. Sasa mimi siwezi enda zaidi ya hayo, lakini mambo yetu ya transition, na mimi nataka niulize waziri wetu kwa hapa. Na mimi pia nataka niulize our boss in the parliament yuko hapa. Ya kwamba bili yoyote ikikuja ambayo iko controversial, lazima tuangalie the implication yake itakuwa namna gani. Tulileta the new model funding iko na shida. Tumeleta hii maneno ya SHA kwa sababu hatukuwa na transition, proper transition. Ndio hii imeleta shida, watoto wanaumia. Na hiyo ndio maneno tunataka inene. Na hiyo maneno ya finance bill, boss, mambo ambayo wanataka kutuletea finance bill ambayo ilifanya watoto wetu wakauliwa, alafu tena wanataka kurudisha through the back door. Mheshimiwa Speaker, please ambia bunge tafadhali ndesa honor for those people ambao walikufa wale. Hatutakubali kurudi huko nyuma. Kwa hiyo wale wengi asanteni sana, niko na mchango wangu hapa mdogo ambao nitaachia familia. Asanteni sana.
Tunaendelea mzuri. Kabla niite kiongozi mwingine, ningependa kuambia huyu ndugu yangu mdogo Peter Salasia, mimi naheshimu mjini wa mambo sana. Naheshimu yeye. Maswali ambayo yeye anauliza kwa watu wengine ndio maswali mimi naulizanga huyu mjini wa mambo. Tuko na mjumbe wa
So I'm telling you, in Bungoma it was also fireworks. So now I realize more leaders are speaking boldly about the things that are happening in the country. I think one of the things that the press briefing by Catholic bishops has created, it has brought the confidence and people coming out boldly to speak. Just in Kakamega, there is a Catholic bishop who told the president off. Why? And is now asking questions about why is IBC. You know, and people are asking the questions that really matter.
So, the question of IEBC, where is it? Where is it? Why is it not constituted? This is what we are asking. What? Or am I ni mimi nimesahau? Iko. Right now we have to call elections. Is there a body which will carry out that? So vitu kama hivyo tunaomba, na sisi tulifanya hilo kwa wema, so that we can really build a country. We are not doing that so that we destroy any system. No, we are raising issues that are coming from the ground, issues that are real. issues that we get from our people. And when we are raising them, it's not for any evil intention. It is that we can collaborate and see that this country gets what it needs. And we are praying, and that's why we are asking for IEBC and so on, so that people are given their freedom to exercise truly their democratic rights. But it's very important that this Kenya is looked at in a democratic way. Sisi tuna katiba. Tungependa kuona watu wakinyanyaswa. Hapana. Tukiona watu wakizimwa. Hapana. Tukiona watu wakiibiwa. Kuibiwa au nini? Kuna abductions. Yes. That has happened, eh? Yeah. Watu wanapotea. Hapana. That's not like Kenya. And there is no amount of explanation that can tell us that, yeah. No. It's unacceptable in Kenya. Why are so many women being killed? Kwa nini?
So in Nyeri, for example, in Nyeri, in Embu, Mukunji, after Ruto was heckled, the governor was trying to wink the narrative by saying that some people are ferried and those people were then told to heckle the president, and he was trying to link a local MP, Manyata MP Mukunji. And Mukunji was outrightly telling the president that people that are advising you are wrong. So you realize that people are boldly speaking about things, and ile fear is gone. I like some people saying fear is gone. The fear is really gone. Fear is really gone. And that is key, because part of when people boldly come out to speak about the things that really matter to this country, it is what is going to enrich the discourse. And I once said in this podcast that the only language that President William Ruto understands is that pressure. If you want President Ruto to act and to deliver, then threaten his second term, probability of second term. If it emerges that you are the thorny flesh in his second term, you will really come out. And if it is about action, actions will be done. Now, where the terrain is, I see that as William Ruto's blow. The western terrain as a William Ruto's blow. If Mount Kenya is rebelling, what is William Ruto's option? The advisors are saying you need to start pivoting to the west. Nyanza, Western, and all that. I've maintained my stand here that the 5.2 million in Mount Kenya cannot be replaced by that vote in the Western corridor, in the Western belt. The Western belt is a bit overrated. From where I'm come from, the Nyanza one, if Raila is not on ballot, the turnout will be very funny. Western is another complicated one. So this part is the plan B to President Ruto. If Central is gone and they decide they are going, because if they decide they're going to vote for Kalonzo, William Ruto's only option is the Western belt. And that, the card for the Western belt is that broad-based conundrum. Broad-based arrangement. You have Raila, you have Oparanya, then you have Wetangula, you have Musalia. All that is the first plan to execute, to snatch the Western belt. So it's a big blow, because if it can revolt, if it can surely revolt against the president, and if when I'm making my observation, you know, Western belt is controlled by Raila 80%. Then there is the 20% that is controlled by Wetangula. Musalia Mudavadi is never so big in that equation. And that's, in fact, Raila controls 70%. 10% belongs to Musalia. That is the tiny Vihiga County there. Then the 20% is the larger Bungoma County. Now, the other part, the other counties except Trans Nzoia and Bungoma are largely controlled by Raila. Now, if the way Selassie went, and Selassie even attacked Raila, going after Raila, if you can suppress Raila's vote in Western, then I can tell you can successfully make Western be a swing vote. This is a region that has voted for Raila for, I don't know for what long. Since 2002, they've been voting for Raila. Even when Kibaki was vying, Raila campaigned for Kibaki with Kijana Wamalwa, the same camp, in 2022. And let's just say 2007. So it's a big blow because it eats into the broad-based basket. Number two, I once had a discussion and someone was saying, Kevin, Kenya Kwanza's only way to retain power in 2027 is rigging. But my position has been that even rigging has a limit. If the opponent wins with more than 60%, the intelligence and the military and the serious advisors and even the global community will tell you, relinquish power or you are going to destroy the country. Our democracy is growing. And if the perceptional value of the president facing hostility can be out, it's very good. So that he who has a rigging plan must rethink. If a candidate, and I've been saying, whoever wants to win against the president, we remember at his disposal he has the state machinery and he has all the rigging scripts with him. If, of course, the state power, he can get it. But if whoever wins against the president, Ruto wins with 60%, Ruto will leave. Even though 2027 is very delicate, with the public anger, even if you still, after Uibe one vote, the country is very perishable. Now, the other issue where I'm also seeing the Western Belt is a blow to the president is, if Raila loses AU and goes back and says he wants to vie for presidency, then President Ruto's fallback plan will be Wetangula Musalia script. Yeah. I can tell you, if Raila says he wants to vie, he will really fall back for Wetangula Musalia. And that is why I said that impeaching Rigathi so that you divorce Mount Kenya was a big risk, because you never know about Raila. And if Musalia Wetangula bet is weakened, then the chances of the president scooping the good votes he needs for second term are in stake. Thank you. Kindly give us a medical referral. Mtu ambaye unajua, daktari or a specific hospital, a specialist hospital on this. And if you can also, I'll also link you direct to Mama Kandi. I've not used Kandi is not the real name of the girl. Yeah. But nitakulink Mama Kandi so that you can help give that referral. Asanteni.